kids are kind of like the worst type of people. Like you can't resolve with them. Like they're happy and then they're sad.
Well, that was an article. You ever heard of that? Like kids from ages 1 to 4 are considered psychopaths because they don't know from right or wrong.
I believe it.
Like they just do whatever like they see and shit, and like they won't feel no remorse until you teach them that you're.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
And you're trying to teach them like you're like let's put these psychopaths in school with other psychopaths.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Welcome guys to episode 12. Should I just keep that?
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it, we'll just keep it. This is episode 12 of the one and only CharroBeans podcast.
Got it that time.
Oh, I fucked it up. I said podcast at the end. Fuck. And now we gotta start.
Yeah, no, we'll keep it. Fuck it.
Yeah, we'll keep it. Fuck it. This is episode 12 of CharroBeans. We really appreciate every single person coming back and listening to us. For some reason.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah, we're cool. We're okay.
I think we're here to have a good time with you guys, and I feel like that way, you guys when you come back, you're in a good state. I asked that thing on Instagram, like, what are y'all doing?
Oh,
like when y'all are listening to CharroBeans, a lot of people are like doing homework and shit. I'm like, how do you focus on homework?
True, dude.
Like,
I can't do it. I have to 100% be doing what I'm doing.
Like even when I would be in school, like I'd be listening to music, and like I'd be jamming out to my music. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm writing anymore. You know, like. So I can't imagine like listening to a podcast and be like,
you're like writing down the lyrics. You're like,
he's like, Mom, spaghetti. But he looks calm and ready. Like,
whoa.
But yeah, this is episode 12. We are back again.
Yeah.
After another good week of gigging.
It was a hot week.
It was a hot ass fucking week. The thing about August is that it starts getting we're getting to the end of the heatness, but that's when it comes in like strong, like.
Right.
Like it's like all summer,
fucking boss level.
Yeah, like all summer. You would think that June and July are like the hottest because it's dead summer, but like when it comes at the end, like it really is like you're fighting the final boss. Like you get there, dude. And it just starts getting ape shit. Like it starts geting like stuffy and humid.
Fucking humid, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. We were fucking sweating buckets at the fucking gigs, and like no bullshit. I even went to my boss on one of them. You know how we fuck around with him sometimes. Yeah. I went behind him like to grab his jacket, and I grabbed it, and that shit felt like a sponge, dude. Because I grabbed it, y como que le salió una gota, güey. It was so fucking gross. I was like,
nah, dude, I wasn't used to that. Like, I was just so fucking dripping. And then I don't know if you're gonna do it to me, but you put like your hand on my back, and I'm like, don't fucking touch me, dude. I felt so fucking disgusting. Yeah. Like I could feel my shirt just fucking.
That's true. Like you feel like moist. You feel like a damn like moist towelette, like a Bounty towel after you cleaning up a spill or something. But yeah, it was pretty fucking hot this weekend. Like that's the thing about August. Like, the good thing is that now that we have the podcast, we can actually talk about the seasons and shit.
Ooh.
But like we've talked about this before. Texas is hot when it's hot, and then when it's cold, it's cold.
Yeah. And
there's a sweet spot in the year. So once we get to late September, well now we're in September. But once we get into later September, early October, that's when you're gonna start seeing like fucking like the temperature starts cooling off and it starts getting a little sexier outside, a little breeze, and you don't have to worry about no heat. Even if the sun's on you, you don't give a fuck because I mean it feels nice and shit. But man, this past weekend was killing.
Nah,
dog.
See, and every gay was outside too.
Was it? Well, okay.
Well, maybe not on Sunday.
Yeah, not on Sunday, but we did have a majority of the gigs outside. It's because right now with COVID too, like everybody doesn't want. Well, the smart people don't want to have. Yeah. They don't want to have a gig inside because I mean, there's a lot of people.
Nah, if they were smart, they would not have a gig.
Exactly, but we need to get paid. So.
Yeah. Fortunately.
Yeah, but it was a good time. I think it was a pretty eventful weekend, if anything. I think we were pretty busy this past week, as far as. Oh shit!
Well, not that. Okay,
we're just gonna get into it.
No.
Just like that.
Nah, keep going, man.
No, I mean it's whatever.
Put some lube on it. Fuck it.
What?
Get it? No.
Oh shit! No, it was pretty eventful for us, I guess you could say. I mean, it was no different than any other weekend, except for the fact that we almost got in a fucking Royal Rumble at the fucking restaurant. What's up? What's up with that shit? And it's funny because when this happened, we were talking about. We were like. They recently asked us on the podcast, like, you guys ever have to like fight someone
or something crazy happened?
or what's the craziest thing that's ever happened?
Well, now we're going.
It's funny because like okay, so I guess we'll just start in the beginning. This past weekend on Friday we had a gig before the restaurant, right?
Right.
So I hauled ass after work and I fucking got to the gig or whatever.
Yeah.
And then once there, it was kind of weird because when I pulled up, it looked like this abandoned looking factory. Like,
well, it was like an industrial.
Yeah, it just looked like a little factory / garage. Like it had a ramp and shit. So I was thinking like, oh, okay, we're gonna play for like a couple of grease monkeys, like some dudes just got out of work or something.
They don't want to go home to their wives. They're like,
They're like, no, tenemos un mariachi, güey.
Yeah.
So they brought us out, and everybody all of us showed up. We walked inside, and it was this like salon in the middle of this like looking garage. And it was funny because like the garage like looked a little not run down, but it looked like you didn't expect there to be a salon inside of there.
Yeah, it looks like people go there to work, you know.
Yeah, and then you open these big old double doors.
It turns into fucking Narnia, dude.
Yeah.
Shit just fucking.
We pulled open the doors and you see like quinceañera, people all dressed nice and shit. It's like walking into this nice ass like bar or some shit.
Yeah, dude.
And we're like, what the fuck? Like I was like fully ready for like playing with a bunch of like dudes, you know, like just like toquen esta, whatever. But it was a good gig. I mean, it was a 1 hour, and there's not much to say about that one other than I guess I could say my sister's boyfriend was there. He was helping us out. Shout out Saul. He came out to help us on violin. So he was part of the group at that point in time. So then we had our usual planta, which is on Friday nights at Burritos Locos over here in Grapevine.
Anyone's welcome to go. If you know
you guys are welcome to go. We'll fucking be there. So
yeah.
But anyway, it seemed like a normal day at Burritos Locos. Like
it was.
for most accounts.
It was normal day. We got there late.
Got there late, sin ánimo, sin repertorio.
It was hot. We were thirsty.
Yeah,
I was hungry.
Ooh.
No tenía gas. I forgot.
It's like I had $0 in my bank account. Like, usual shit.
Yeah.
And but it seemed like a normal day. I mean, I think throughout the whole set, like
it really was. You had like a regulars got in there.
Yeah, there was a couple of regulars there, and that. It's funny because we talked about this. Like when the clients come in that you already know, you're like, oh fuck, we're about to stay for Talon. They're gonna ask for a shitload of songs, and we're never getting out of here. We're never going home at this point.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what we always say.
We're gonna stay there a while.
Yeah. So after that, like I said, it was pretty normal, hot and everything. We finished our set, and then we started doing Talon. Did we play for someone else first? Oh, we were playing for Jesse and his friends first.
So to explain Jesse.
Yeah. So if you caught that one episode before, he was the one. He always comes with his boys. Like we don't know him personally.
Yeah. But he's really cool with us.
Yeah, he's cool with us. Like those are the cool clients because as soon as he comes, like he has like good animo and he's like, "What's up, guys? What's up?" And Arturo, our boss, is always like real cool with the clients. So like if he knows them, he'll remember the face or their name or whatever, and he'll just be like, "Oh, qué pasó, compa?" Yeah. And that's just kind of how it is. Like that's the camaraderie at that restaurant. Like we get a lot of the same clients. So I mean they're like cool with us. It almost becomes like a weekly thing for them. Like they come out every Friday and they come out and they drink and they ask for songs. So it was pretty cool. Like we finished our set and then he wanted songs. So we played. I don't know, probably like 100. I don't even know how much money he spent, but it was a lot.
Yeah, no, sí gasta.
Yeah. So that's one thing. El si gasta, like he's like he asked for all these songs and at the end, he pays us. That's what a client is supposed to do. Us as mariachis, our job is to go up there, ask for a song. They tell you, okay, I want this on this song. It's up to you to play them, right?
Yeah.
So our responsibility is to stand up there and play them, which is what we do, I mean, that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And I think we got asked that question, like, if you guys ever had a problem with a client that didn't want to pay. I think we said, like, no, like, we usually have good clients. We've never had an issue, really, of people that don't want to pay.
Yeah.
Except for that one gig where I told you like they were fighting to pay us.
Yeah.
Like they were all fucking duking it out. Like, ya les pagaron, and they're like, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Anyway, so we ended up playing for this dude that was in the table right next to the table we were just playing at, and it got a little rough.
Yeah, it was
say the
weird,
least.
man.
It was weird because
like he was asking for songs, you know. He didn't seem unhappy.
Yeah, the guy ended up asking for his set of songs. He was like, I think he asked like fucking 6-7 songs, some shit like that, dude. It was, and to remind y'all, we charge 20 per song, so you ask for 5 songs, that's $100.
Yeah,
and by all accounts, like that's not cheap. Like as far as like I know me, if I ask for 5 songs, like god damn, like 5 fucking songs is $100. That's like a whole light bill, dog.
Yeah.
Like shit, you know. But that's me, you know. Like.
Yeah.
If I don't want to spend that money, I won't ask for them, you know. So that's
you go to the fucking jukebox inside the restaurant.
Yeah, there's a fucking jukebox. Juice.
What?
There's a fucking juice box there. No, there's a jukebox there. You know, if you want a song there, shit, you pay for it there. You know that, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, guy gets livid, bro.
Yeah.
Because, okay, well, might as well say it. We played these songs for him, and then sale con sus mamás, and he's like. Nah, like, he started giving us excuses.
Yeah, I think the first one was that, because we were playing for Jesse's table, right? They're like right next to each other. Yeah,
this guy and the guys we were just playing for that are cool, they're right here. And then the other people are right next to them.
Right.
So that's the situation.
Right, so we started, like, telling Arturo, like, nah, me estás cobrando las de ellos, más las mías. You know?
Right.
He's like, you're charging me too much. And at that point, like, I could see them, like, fighting or like, arguing, right? He seemed upset.
But he wasn't even, like, he was because our boss is very, like, he's a docile kind of guy. Yeah. Like, he's very much, he's not the type to start shit. He's not the type to be, like, offensive. You know, like.
No vas a sacar la pistola, dude.
Yeah, like, he's not going to be like, okay, you know, just start fucking going in. Like he's very chill. That's what I tell a lot of people. They're like, "How's your boss?" You know, like, because it's kind of known sometimes that bosses can be assholes. Like in Mariachi, like either te están sacando dinero, pinche caimán, you know, or they're just like assholes. You know, they treat you bad or whatever. But I never had an issue with my boss up to this day. You know, I've never had an issue with him, and I think that's why I stay there because
that's the reason I've lasted this long.
Yeah, like he's very fair with not just with us but with people, you know, as far as like pricing and like just basing things based off of other shit, you know, like he's basically he's just a good guy. He's a good guy to be a boss, like, right? So this guy gets all fucking livid because he starts confusing the songs. He's like, I guess really what it was is that he asked him, he told them, he was like, well, it's gonna be this much money, you know, and that's when he's like, wait a minute. Yeah. It's how much?
Yeah, and then he started like, well, like you and me were kind of like where we always are, you know, like at the end of the restaurant.
We're the way the restaurant's set up, me and Victor, we're the only Armonía. So we're kind of all the way in the back of the restaurant. Yeah. Just kind of standing there, you know.
So I see him kind of like make all these gestures at Arturo that he seems upset, you know.
Yeah, because I couldn't hear anything, you know, because I think while this was going on, were we already playing another song?
No, we were waiting for him.
Okay. Oh, because I remember there being like 2 different like little tussles. Like one being like when we were like waiting for him to ask for another song, and then the other time was when we were already going to the next back to Jesse and friends, and we were gonna play for them. Right. While he was getting the payment from this guy. Yeah. So that was like that's but that's the thing. Like I didn't really hear anything because we're in the back, so we're just kind of in the back like. Granted, like I'm tired, so like I'm on autopilot at this point. So
you're kind of out of it.
Yeah, once you reach, it's funny because you reach like a threshold, and once you reach it, like I'll be todo animado, and then I'll look over at you, and I'm like, bro, I'm tired. Yeah, like I've done that before, right?
And I'll be like, I noticed.
And I'm like, because you just see like my energy just drop, because I'm like, I'm feeling it now, like it's getting to me, you know. So
so I don't think you saw that thing happened.
I don't think so.
Because he was doing all of that, and I was like, all right, he's upset. He's getting upset, you know?
Yeah, the guy's getting upset.
So I went up. I got closer to the table because I was like, something might happen, you know? Mm-hmm. And I kind of get closer, and I'm just like listening, and like the guy kept repeating himself. He's like, "No, me estás cobrando esto, this and that." So I'm like, "All right, he's just being a bitch, you know. He just wants like attention." So I kind of went back.
You're like, yeah, no pasa nada.
Yeah, like nothing's gonna happen.
And then especially because you know how our boss is. Like, he's not the type to be like, no, like, what's up?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, like if anything, he'd be the type to be like, all right. Yeah, which is what he did, which he was like, all right, then keep your money.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, all right, but you know what? Just keep your money. Like, just don't ask for more songs or anything. And that's when I was like, all right, we're going to go back to this table. So I went back to my spot, right?
And then, before you say, that's also when I was like, fuck, like, we just played like all these songs and we're not getting fucking paid. But it's understandable. If this guy's just trying to be an asshole and he's like, I'm not going to pay. I'm making excuses. I'm not going to pay. He's not going to pay. Like, he already has it in his head that, oh, no, fuck you guys. I'm not going to fucking pay y'all.
Pretty much.
So it goes back to this, too. Like, you're not going to make a scene. You know, like, as a person, you don't want, like us, Mariachi's, like, you don't want to make a scene. Like, this is your restaurants where you play. Like, your intention isn't to, like, fucking want to duke it out with your clients, right? Yeah. Like, that's the thing.
Unless you really hate them.
I
mean, there's... Anyways.
Anyways.
Oh, yeah, and Arturo's like, all right, you know, have a good night.
Yeah, he's like, keep your money, have a good night, whatever.
We went back to Jesse, and he's like, I remember the song. It was that fucking banda song.
Yeah, we were playing like a Banda de Meses song. It was like, it was a fucking...
Bro, we studied this shit. I forgot the name. El color de tus ojos.
That's what we were playing. Right. It was La Banda MS. So, we start playing for Jesse and friends. Yeah. And we start playing for them.
And then you see, like, I think the guy came up to Arturo. Because the guy, like I said, like, nomás quería hacer pleito, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he was drunk. He just wanted to, like, he just wanted attention, you know?
He wanted to be heard.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted everybody to know what his reasoning was for not paying us, which was like...
Oh, because that too, he kept saying like, no, es que a mí el dinero me falta y no sé qué.
Yeah, so a motherfucker starts standing up and saying like that he's basically, he could afford us. He even saying like, yo les pago hasta 10 veces. Like, I got money to pay you guys 10 times over.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like,
well, pay us, bitch. Like,
exactly. Damn. I'm like, well, if you got that much money, then fucking cough it up, motherfucker. You know.
True.
So I'm thinking like, and while this is going on, the other excuse he was bringing up too.
Oh,
like I said, my
he kept changing up his story, dude.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, he was kind of contradicting himself because he would say that, and then the other thing he would say is like, no, it's because while I was asking for songs, y'all weren't even singing to me. That guy was singing to that girl over there, and the reason was because during our set, which is when we don't charge people, you know, it's us just playing to the crowd. He was confusing a song that Saul was singing to my sister. My sister happened to come out that day with her friend, and they were both sitting at the table. And Saul sang to her, you know, on some real cute shit, you know, like that's his girlfriend. He's gonna sing to her.
That was funny too, because Arturo didn't know that he was dating your sister. So when he started singing to her, Arturo looked at you like,
he looked at me like,
he was like, "We're gonna scram, bro. What we doing?"
He's like, "You seeing this, bro?" Yeah. And I'm like, "Yeah, bro. They've been dating like a year or something, or whatever the fuck, you know." Yeah. And he's like, I'm like, dude, it's okay, you know, it's cool, like, chill.
That was really funny.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Yeah, I remember like him like playing his trumpet, and he was like, you know. But where was I? Oh yeah, so he was singing to her during the set, like 1 or 2 songs, I think. Like, it wasn't even a big deal. Like, he just sang to her, like she happened to be at that table. So
and they
asked
for it too.
Did they sing?
I think so.
I don't know. Point is, he was mad that this guy was mad that Saul was singing to this to my sister, who was there. So he was confusing shit. So he's like, I'm all like, dude, but the songs we just played for you don't apply to the songs that we already played in the set. I was like, so what's the excuse here? It just sounds like you're being a bitch and you don't want to pay us.
Because he kept saying like, yeah, this guy's singing to his girl and like those guys are over there. You know, I want the group here.
Yeah, here.
And I'm like, wait. Vamos a estorbar, you know?
Right.
We have there's more tables, there are waitresses coming in and out. Like, what do you want, bro? You know?
It's because in that restaurant, in that restaurant, like, there's not a lot of room. You know what I mean? So what we do now, before we would kind of all stack around the table. Yeah. But there's like meseras, there's fucking people There's people just like walking behind us, in front of us. Like, dude, like we ended up, like me and Victor, I think we were just like, dude, we ended up just staying like in the back. Like that's what we do now. We're just
now we just keep our mics because we're mic'd up.
Yeah,
so
we're
now
mic'd
we just
up.
keep it so I can hear us on the other side.
Yeah, so we're just kind of like, so we don't get in people's way. We'll stay back here. Yep. They'll still be able to hear us with the mics and everything. So we're just gonna do our thing over here, you know. So he was mad because we weren't in his table, and he was mad because of these excuses. So we ended up, we were like, all right. So our boss was just like, you know what? All right, don't pay us, whatever. So we start playing for Jesse and friends. And then I can still see them. Like at this point, I'm still on autopilot. So I had seen them kind of arguing, but I know my boss. So I'm like, he's got it. You know, like I never get into anything that I know I shouldn't get into kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I saw them like kind of arguing, but it looked like just like a no, you know what, whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
Arturo was just like, dude, like drop it, like it's cool, like you're not gonna pay, it's whatever.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, "Ahí quedamos." Like we'll leave it at that. You don't want to pay us, okay? But next time you come, we're not playing shit for you. Yeah, and I think that's a good thing to do, because at that point you're like, all right, we're not gonna whoop your ass. We're just gonna leave it at that. All right, just don't ask for us again next time you come over here, because now we know that you're a motherfucker that won't pay. Yeah. So we left it at that. We start playing for Jesse and friends, and then next thing you know, I see them like arguing again. Like the guy, I think at this point the guy had already gotten up. Yeah. Guy starts talking like he starts mouthing off. He just starts like, you can hear him from across the restaurant. But like I said, I'm still like focused on the song, so I'm just kind of like still on autopilot. And we're in the middle of the song, right, when this happened. So I saw it like clicked all at the same time. I was just like, oh, he's in trouble. Not in trouble, but I was like, something needs to be done about this, you know? So I just remember I was in the middle of the song, and I realized, and I think our boss said that he initially, the guy pushed him. Yeah. They gave him a little shove. Like, probably like the pussiest of fucking shoves. But he shoved him. So my boss, he was like, all right, let's fucking go. So he shoved him back. Yeah. So at that point, I'm like, oh, that's when I realized shit was going down. Because I then you start seeing like the dude's wife get up, and then other people get up. So I was like, oh, fuck, this is real, you know? Yeah. At that point, I just remember like, I told you, it's a blur. Like, because at that point, adrenaline starts kicking in. You don't even know what the fuck you're seeing anymore. So all I can really remember is I was just like, oh, like, this is a bad situation. Yeah. So I just put my abuela down. I just, like, in the middle of the song.
Dude, I feel fucking, like, I don't know what the word is, but, like, you did it real quick. Like, it was easier for you because you just took the abuela and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, because you just flip it off.
And over here, like, I saw, like, the guy push him, and Arturo was like, bitch, what? And I pushed him back. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, fuck, but I have to, like, do this whole movement to, like...
You're like, goddamn.
Yeah, dude. Fucking shit. I'm like, my boss needs me right now. And I'm over here, like, stalling. I'm like, God damn it. So I'm, like, taking the mic in my base, and I'm, like, trying to put it somewhere safe. And I'm like, go, like...
Yeah, that's true, because you have the big-ass instrument. I didn't think about that, because I think it was, for example, so I'm playing, right? I'm like, oh, I need to tune this shit. And I was like, and I realized what was going on, right? I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, like Sammy.
Get.
Yeah, like, Sammy does this thing where like he just flips it, and like,
I flip
and like
the
tali comes off like real quick. Yeah. So everything's really smooth, you know. Like it's really easy for you to just take it off, put it away, and
smooth transition.
Yeah. And I'm here like, oh shit. Yeah, dude. Like fuck.
And then you gotta with the guitarrón, you kind of have to baby it.
Yeah.
Because like it's a big bitch, you know. So you're like, oh fuck, all right.
Especially when something like that's gonna happen, like someone's gonna get pushed the wrong way and like land on it.
Exactly.
You know?
That's the only thing I was concerned about. And, like one thing I did make sure I was like, my abuela's gotta be good, you know. So I remember I took it off. I found this little corner. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just stuff this hole in here. You know, just left it there. And all I remember is I ran up to him, and I was like, I'm the type of person where like I'm kind of like him. Like I'm not gonna start anything, but once you start, like it's on, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and like. Life told you, like, to be honest, he did not need the help, you know?
He really didn't.
Because this guy was strong. But I guess just think, like, you don't want to be a bitch and just leave him there, you know?
Yeah.
Like, something like that. Like, you want to be there, you know? Like, this guy's, like, tagging your boy. Like, you're supposed to be there for your boy, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, capel,
it's because, I've said this before. Like, at that point, it's like you said, I don't think he really needed our help.
Yeah.
Because this guy was drunk. This guy, I told you, I was like, dude, one swing with this dude.
Yeah,
he's on the ground.
Pretty
like,
much.
Yeah, estaba pedo el way. He was just trying to make a scene.
And like he didn't have boys, cause like,
Yeah.
like his little table was just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like oh shit, I wouldn't know. Because once I ran up, I got in their face. Like I was like, okay, I'm ready for whatever happens. And then Checo was there.
Yeah.
Checo's this guy. We've talked about him before. He always comes out like to the restaurant.
Yeah, it's from Charro.
Yeah, he's a mariachi too, but he goes to play, or sometimes he doesn't. He does or doesn't.
Point is, he doesn't want to go home. He wants to hang out.
He comes over, he wants to hang out, wants to drink, so he comes over. So I wasn't processing everything like great, but I do remember that I was there, and all I could hear was Checo. Tú dime Arturo, güey, me lo madreo, cabrón.
Yeah.
Yo me lo madreo, güey. Tú más dime. Like, I could just hear that in my head. At the same time, I'm just trying to process what's going on. I'm like, all right, this dude motherfucking... I was like this, dude. I was like, if this motherfucker does something, like, I'm ready,
Yeah.
But nothing happened, dude, because I was like, at that point, I was ready. Like, I'm not going to swing unless someone swings first.
Pretty much.
Because at that point, like, it's self-defense, buddy. Like, hands ready to, like, E for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But at that point, like, motherfucker just wanted to fucking cause a scene. And I was telling you, dude, this dude's not gonna swing. There's one of him.
Yeah.
And then there's like all these charros, and then Jesse's table was
dude, that was a cool thing.
Yeah.
Jesse was gonna score up too. They were like, hey, wait, like
yeah, because Jesse's table, like I said, they're cool with us. They drink with us. Like they see our boss like a good friend.
Yeah.
So like they got up real quick because I mean it's him and like two of his boys, even his girl.
His girls were like,
they were all kind of drunk too. They were like, get. And so they all start coming up too, and I'm like, all right, shit, we got our fucking Royal Rumble on our hands. Let's go, baby. But it was just funny because like during all this, like I'm remembering like, oh shit, like my sister's here, her boyfriend's here. I'm just kind of thinking like, fuck. My mom's gonna be pissed. But
I did feel bad because I don't come often,
Yeah, and so then that's like, the thing too. Like, Saul was kind of like feeling bad because he was like, "Oh, this dude, like." I was like, "Dude, this never happens, bro."
Yeah,
like,
yeah, dude. He was like, he was telling Arturo like, "Hey, I'm gonna head out." I'm like, "Dude, it's not your fault."
Yeah, because the guy was making it sound like Saul's the one to blame for us not getting paid, so he kind of felt bad. And I'm like, "Dude, don't even fucking worry about that. We've seen guys like this. Like they're just assholes, and it's never really our fault. Like I mean, as a mariachi, like I said, our priority is to play the songs that you guys ask for, and that's what we do.
They're kind of like the Karens of Walmart.
Yeah, you know what I mean? In a way,
like, they're no más quieren, like they're just gonna cause trouble
for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? So afterwards, after this big tussle, they fucking separated us. They separated us and everything, and the guy was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna pay out, whatever." And then at the end of the day, he was like trying to, he wouldn't leave, and he kept wanting to give us the money. I'm like, dude, we just said we don't want your money, bro.
No, dude. And then I guess after that they got separated and shit. Like, he looked at me and Miguel because you were like on the other side of the crowd, I guess, and I was on the other side. And then I kind of like backed away a little bit, and then he made eye contact with me, and he walked up to me, and I'm like, oh, este voy a querer, qué pedo. I remember like closing my fist, like, ¿qué güey? He's like, no, es que, entiéndame que está tocando para su chava. I'm like, what are you telling me, bro? Like, I'm the one that's gonna beat you up in case you make the wrong move, Like, I just told him, like, no, pues dígale a él.
Like, I'm not on your side, bro. Like, I'm finna scrap. Like, I'm finna scrap. You say something, let's go, I'm
like, no. A ver, dígame, ¿qué? Bitch, like, quítate. No, but that guy really ruined it for all of us. Yeah,
it sucked because, I mean, it was a good night up until then. And a lot of these fuckers, a lot of the time, too, like I said, guys that say that they have all this money, guys that say, like, oh, I got money, hasta me sobra. That's what he would say. I'm like, obviously not. If you don't want to fucking pay us.
Yeah, you're being fucking cheap.
Like, you're being cheap on us. Like, we're just a couple of charros out here fucking sweating our nuts off to play for you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm not going to pay you. Like, that's such an asshole move.
Yeah,
like,
dude. Especially after, because he asked 10 songs. Or...
I don't know how many songs it was.
Or 20 songs. Because he was paying us 200. I think Arturo said 200.
If it's 200, then that's 10 songs.
Oh, 10 songs.
5 and 5.
Yeah, you're right.
That's 200.
I'm here thinking like this, like canción.
You're like 5,000 songs.
But I'm like, dude, after you ask like that many songs, now you fucking say something.
Yeah,
and
I mean? That's what was my issue. That's the reason I got mad because I was like, because I was mad, dude. Like I was ready, bro. Like I didn't give a fuck anymore.
Well, I mean, I got upset as soon as he was giving he didn't want to pay. When I went up there the first time, He was like, no, I can't say that guy. I don't want to pay you guys because of this. I'm like, no, man. It's like,
yeah,
we just played all of these fucking songs. Like, we could have been playing for Jesse. Que sí les va a pagar.
yeah,
You know, and we were going to
This
have a
whole
good time with them.
right.
Compared to your dumbass. And
Yeah.
even then, you don't have to pay him because you're so close to that table.
Right.
You know, some people do that.
Yeah,
like, they just enjoy the other people that are hiring the mariachi.
Yeah, they're just there to enjoy the ambiance and shit.
Yeah.
But this dude took it upon himself to ruin the whole night for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I'm thinking, like, my sister's here and, like her boyfriend. So I'm over here kind of thinking, like, dude, like, I feel bad, like, that this had to happen now. You know what I mean? So it just kind of bothered me because, like I said, like, it's unnecessary. Like, if you know you're not going to pay from the get-go, then don't ask for songs.
Yeah.
Or if you have an issue, bring it up on the first song. Don't make us play fucking 7-8 songs and then be like, oh, I have an issue. I don't want to pay you guys
I'm like,
anymore.
si eres pobre, güey, no pidas.
Yeah, dude. Like, hey, if you're broke, just let us know.
Yeah,
we just won't play for you.
Pobre, like,
Pinche pobre. You know,
Allá
hay Maruchan en la pinche casa, güey. Like,
dude.
¿tú qué quieres, you know?
Get a McChicken or some shit.
Fucking McChicken on the way home.
Churno en la ranchera, you know. Those songs are for free.
Get a fucking McDouble, make it a McGangbang, stuff your shit, and then go. You don't know McGangbang?
That's a thing?
What? A McGangbang? You know what that is?
No.
You get a half of a McDouble, and then you get a McChicken, and you just kind of combine them, and that's a McGangbang. You never heard that before? You never did it like in high school or anything?
In high school?
Yeah, because I mean back then when you're young, like, and you go, you know, you used to go out for lunch.
Yeah.
Like, so people would get that because I mean it's cheap. It's like $2. Like you get
shit.
you just kind of combine them and you make like a mega sandwich. You never heard
with
of
the 4
McGangbang?
buns and everything?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the official rules, but I know you combine them and you got like this big fucking sandwich, and it's like, or you can make a McSurf and Turf Deluxe.
And that is?
You get the fish fillet one. And then you get the McDouble, and then you get the chicken one, because it's McSurf and Turf.
I'm like heavy breathing. I'm like. Anyways, what were we talking about? Shit.
Heart disease.
I'm like, now we know where we're going after this.
No, but I guess moral of the story is,
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of morals. One is if you're broke, don't fucking ask for mariachis.
Yeah.
That's number one. Like, don't do that. That's some like stupid shit. Like, right. The other moral is don't pick a fight with mariachis because you're already outnumbered.
Yeah, we're a whole fucking gang too. I say like we're not strapped out. We got instruments, right?
I talked about this, dude. You hit someone with this part of the vihuela, you'll crack a tooth off. Like,
oh shit,
that shit is gonna hurt like a motherfucker.
I mean, I've hit you before with it.
Yeah, but with your guitarrón pegs, like I'm talking about like this, bro. Like,
oh, la maquinaria.
No, like this one specific part.
With the head?
Fuck. Yeah, like if you just grab it and hit someone like this, I feel like a fucking Spartan warrior, bro. Like, fucking take your jaw off. But other more of the story is just be a good person. Like that. Yeah. You don't have to do shit like that.
Because it really did ruin it for us, dude. Because after that, like
we stopped playing.
Our restaurant manager was like, all right, we're over this. And turn all the lights off. He just left us in the dark. Like,
yeah,
bro.
dude. We were like, it ruined the night because after that, well, now we can't finish Talon, first of all. And now all the lights are off, so now it's scary. So we're all just standing there in the dark, and the guy's like, the manager's like, I'm clocking out, bro. You guys do what the fuck you gotta do.
That was so funny, too, because we're cool with him, too, you know? He's like a guy from like Chicago, and like he's just here. He's really friendly,
right?
And as soon as he got his car, he just started blasting music, dude.
Oh like, yeah,
pinche banda con madre. He's like having a rough day. He's like just fucking blasted.
And he fucking like peeled off out of there. He's like, I'm sick of these fuckers. Nah, but just be a good person. Don't fucking do shit like that. I mean,
yeah. Or if not, just get there early and you can hear the free songs. Like,
or if you get drunk, don't be a dumbass drunk. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think he was that drunk because he was sober enough to push Arturo without tripping over. Shit. And then he kept like walking everywhere because he just like you said, he wanted someone to listen to him. Yeah. Because he came up to us, which we're the wrong crowd to fucking bitch about. He went to like the restaurant manager who he kept coming up to Arturo and shit. Like he just wanted to talk to someone. Yeah. You know, and I'm like, dude, go home. Like,
yeah, like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
If he was coherent enough to start a fight, he's coherent enough to get his ass whooped. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
So we could have been in the news, dude. Mariachi beats the fuck out of patron. Come to Burritos Locos.
For real.
8 to 11 p.m. in Grapevine, Texas. No, but it was a good time after that. Before that, like,
Yeah.
it sucks because shit like that really does kill the mood. And then the next day, that's like the first. I remember the next day we showed up to the van, like, cause we hadn't talked since the night
dude,
before.
Don Miguel was pissed.
Yeah, but it was just funny because I remember I walked up to the van, like, to meet up with you guys.
Yeah.
I was like, "¿Qué onda, pinche mariachis bronqueros?" Like, mariachis peloneros, por favor. Oh man, that shit was too funny. No, but good times. It makes a good memory. If that guy comes back though, we're finna scrap probably. So.
Oh, he kept saying that shit too. He's like, no, es que I come watch cada 8 días.
Yeah, that's why he was trying to apologize because he was like, I come here every week, and I'm like,
we've never seen you in our lives, dude.
Must be another mariachi. Yeah. I don't know who the fuck you are, dude. Like, hell no.
Yeah, I mean, cause like we're not dumb, you know. Like if you come every week, we know who you are now.
Yeah.
Even if you don't talk to us or anything, we're like, oh, it's that couple,
it's that one
person,
dude, it's that one lady. Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not it, bro. Like,
yeah,
you got the wrong group.
Right. And that's the thing too. We're all like, we're gonna ban this fucker, so we're gonna put his picture up and shit.
Yeah, like take his picture, put it on the wall.
America's Most Wanted kind of shit, you know. But
can't ask for songs, bitch.
But yeah, don't fight mariachis. If you do, you can get your ass whooped. That's basically it. Because I won't be nice with it, bro. I'll do the splits and go straight for.
I was ready to do that fucking air kick. No, where you're running, I got as well. Like, fucking drop kick.
I had the RKO's like fucking pending, bro. I was like,
I got the what's the name of the Rey Mysterio's thing? The 619. I was ready, bro. Like, I'm like, I've been practicing that since I was 11. Mm-hmm. Don't try me, bro.
Is that like I used to be really good at bloody knuckles. I'll fuck you up, bro. I got the scars to prove it, dog. Oh man. So that was an eventful Friday. More than happens on a usual Friday. We usually like gloss over Friday. That's what I'm saying. This shit never fucking happens. So the fact that it did, we're like, man, what the fuck is going on?
You get tripped out. You don't expect it. Like you're used to a certain like you know, like
what's gonna happen.
Yeah. You're like, all right, this is gonna happen. You know, you see the certain people, so you're like, all right, we're gonna be here all night.
Right.
You know, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Not a fucking guy that wants to pick up fight.
Fucking pinche Street Fighter over here and shit.
For real.
Fucking Fight Club. Nah, but it's all good. We all ended up all right, and we ended up going to gig on Thursday. On fucking Saturday.
Oh. I'm like, me cortaste, güey.
Sí, güey.
Chivato.
What did we do Saturday? I always forget,
like,
dude.
We gig, bro.
What did we do?
It was fucking hot. That's for sure.
What was that first hour?
It is in La Casa con el Taquero, which we have not seen a taquero in a while, dude.
Taqueros are out here working too, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They we played in this backyard. They had the taquero right behind us, and that's what sucks, dude. Like, I was hungry at that point.
Yeah.
So when he starts putting the onions on the grill, and they're grilling up, pinche la carne asada smells it, dude. That shit smells so heavenly, bro.
You know what's killing me in that gig?
Okay,
like it was hot as shit, right? And I'm sweating. Yes, and these guys have like candles on their tables and shit. They have like all this fire shit
around us,
or like the stands too,
right?
With the son como fogatas,
right?
She's like right next to us. I'm like, bro, it's fucking hot. There's still daylight. You don't need to turn them on, you know?
Yeah.
Like, god damn. No, that gig, I've never been so wet in my life, dude. Like, I don't sweat a lot. You know what I mean?
What'd you say?
I've never been more wet.
You've never been more wet?
Yeah.
I beg to differ.
Disgusting.
Anyway, it was hot. Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about. You guys fucking left me, bro.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I just follow Arturo. I'm like, you know that mother duck with the little ducklings, and wherever she goes, like they're just like follow him.
Yeah, you're just following them.
Like you see them, you see like the mom que se baja como de una banqueta, like from like a table or something, and all the little ducklings just fucking commit suicide.
Because they're not big enough.
Yeah, that's me, bro. Like if he jumps off a bridge, I'm like, bueno.
Let's go. Let's do it. Fucking dive in, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? No, but what y'all did is y'all fucking left me. I remember, getting there, I already had to pee, bro. Like
oh,
that. Andaba miando, güey. During the gig, like I could feel it, bro, the whole time. You know, I laughed too hard. Se me salía poquillo, güey. I was like, oh shit. But I remember we were playing, right, and I was just like, well, afterwards I'm gonna have to ask. It's because, dude, I don't know if this is. I'm pretty sure. Okay, guys pee outside the van. Okay, so like.
Oh, we're just gonna.
Yeah, we're just gonna say that.
For real?
We're just gonna.
That's like the biggest secret.
Okay, look.
Well,
when we don't have we're on time crunches, right? So we get to a gig. Sometimes you don't have time to go, take a piss. So like if it's dark out, you just open the door, to kind of cover yourself, and you whip your wang out and you pee right there. That's just kind of what we do. We're us as guys, we can do that. Like if I was a girl, I couldn't pop a squat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that sucks.
I mean, nah, yeah.
But okay. Anyway, I had to pee, but it's still light outside. Like it's still like this is like 5-6 p.m. whatever it was.
And it was a nice neighborhood too. With, like,
and it was a nice neighborhood. So they already like, what are these Mariachis doing here? And then you see one of them pissing, like, oh fuck. Nah, we're getting deported, bro.
I am. Bitch. You're a citizen, bitch.
Anyway,
you're just gonna get marked down for what's the word? Sexual, like putting your dick out. You have to register as a sexual offender.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
Damn, this took a turn. Anyway, I was just trying to pee, right? Like I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna ask the people. Sometimes we do that. We're like, when we're done, we're like, "Bolsa su baño."
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go pee. So yo voy, güey, así solito.
I thought everyone went to go pee. That's what I thought. Like you guys were good. It was just me and Arturo waiting for you guys.
No, it's because it was 3 of us that went, but 2 of them stayed, and they took me to another bathroom that they had.
Ooh. Whoa. They're like, you come over here.
Yeah. No. No. So what happened was, so I was the last one to come out. So when I popped out, I was like,
you see, like the people at the party, they're like,
yeah, like I walked out and all I saw was like the people. So I was like, gracias. I just like walked out, dude, all like ashamed. Like I was like, where are my boys, And I went outside and like all y'all are putting up y'all's instruments and shit, and I'm like, me dejaron, güey. I was like, what the fuck, bro? And then I was telling you, like, the good thing is I only had to pee, bro. Because, like, I told you this. I was like, it fucking sucks, dude, when you gotta take a shit. Because, like,
yeah,
you don't want to shit at someone's house. Like, it is so risky, bro. Like,
I like how you lower your voice. You're like,
it's so taboo, bro. I already know some people are logging out. They're like, shit, delete, and they fucking unfollow us on Instagram. No.
I mean, it's a natural thing.
It's a natural thing, bro. Like,
especially when it's those gigs where you start from like the morning.
Oh yeah, we've done that.
Yeah,
it's because dude, I'm gonna go in right now. Know what I'm saying? Okay, so when I work in the morning, I gotta go, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes we have early gigs or something. I leave my house early, so we end up getting to the gig. We gig or whatever, and I'm like, dude, I haven't gone. Like, I need to go. I need to take a shit. I took a shit. So it sucks because when you're at the gig, you got to make a pivotal decision. You're like, am I going to shit at the client's house? Like, so like, you're all like, hey, I'm going to go, like during the gig, before we had Paco as a guitar player, like, I'm like, hey man, can you play guitar? I'm going to go pee. No, but I'm really going to shit. But I'll go to the bathroom and I'm like, I can't do it, bro. Like, because I've gone to gigs where like, you already know it's going to be sus when you open their door and you go inside and then you try to close the door. And I have this, ya estoy traumado, way. Like I'm traumatized because like I'll close it and then I'll lock it and then I'll put myself in the position of the person that's going to open on the outside. So le jalo la puerta, to make sure that it's like fully locked, because it's happened before. I'll go in, I locked it, yo todo chingón. Not taking a shit, like just peeing, but I got my wang out. So I'm like peeing. And next thing you know, just señora comes in, hi,
Your dick's like,
yeah, yeah, dude. It becomes internal at that point, but it becomes an innie, not an outie. No, but I'm just like thinking like, fuck, like I'm just scared to do anything. So imagine like when you have to shit, you're just like, dude, imagine that as a client or like a person at the party, like you're out like you're eating your tacos or your mole, whatever at the party. No, pues tengo que ir al baño, So, yeah, they start walking over there. They open the door. They see me sitting down with my gala pants on the ground. And I'm just, like, on my phone, like, hola.
You're, like, wearing the shampoo. You're, like, Head and Shoulders.
And then it's just, like, dude, like, it's such a dangerous situation. Like you can't like it.
And as you said before, you're like it's like your weakest moment.
Yeah. Oh, I did tell you that. Yeah. It's because once you're in such a vulnerable position.
Yeah.
Like I've always said that being on the toilet seat or I can't believe I'm saying this shit. Or like when you're wiping, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's such a vulnerable position. Imagine walking in on someone wiping, dude. Like you will never, like you're not supposed to see that. Like that's a private time in your life. It's not to be shared with anybody, you know. Like even like with anybody, like nobody. The only person that's seen you wipe is your mom when you were a baby, you know. Like no one else has taken that job since your mom when you were a kid. You have been handling that situation since you were a baby. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Like you've been doing it for years. You know, this is a you private situation. Next thing you know, someone watches you do it. Like, oh my God, like what do you do in that situation? You're just like, I'd probably throw up there.
Oh, probably the other guy. Like, besides watching you, le va, pinche putazo que le va a dar el olor. Yeah. He's like, I'm just going, oh, what the?
Just imagine both of them throwing up.
Yeah.
They're like,
it's like that Family Guy episode where like Stewie throws up and Brandon's like, oh fuck. And then Peter throws up and then it's just.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so the point is, it's so risky as a mariachi to take a shit like at a gig.
No, luego te imaginas, güey, lo tapas.
Oh. I've said that before. I mean, luckily that has never happened to me, you know. But can you imagine? Like, you took a shit. You took a shit at the gig, right? And then
you're like,
you know, baja, where you're just there crying, like, no baja, where you used the plunger, you used everything imaginable to do it, right? And then next thing you know, you hear,
yeah.
They're gonna know that it was you, bro. As soon as they open it, you're gonna be like, hola, you know, like, ¿Cómo está? And then you walk out, and then next thing you know, they open the toilet, and they're like, you know, so
it's like you're like walking as fast as possible. You hear like, what the fuck?
You start walking faster. Yeah. Like they're gonna know it was you, dude. So anytime after that, dude, you're never getting hired again.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, that's somebody that shitted in the bathroom and fucking clogged it up.
Or they hire you just to roast you, like, ¿Dónde está el cagón? You know? That's what I would do. I would just fucking roast you all the time.
Oh shit. Can you imagine, dude? You're like, ¿Ustedes son el mariachi cagón?
Oh shit.
Oh fuck, man. Oh shit. It's very risky.
I will start crying, bro.
I will do everything in my power to not do that. Like to not like I will hold it because I'm like I can't do this. And then that's the thing too. Whenever you get home and you finally do, like that's the greatest comfort because you're in your own crib. You fucking duke it out and it's just you, bro.
You know you're safe.
Yeah, and you're safe. You're done. Like no one's gonna walk in on you at that point, you know?
Your cat's like, hello. My cat's done that to me, dude.
Just walk in while you're
like I'm in the restroom and like it'll just fucking hide in the tub. Or not hide, but they like to explore.
Oh yeah.
And it'll be like in the tub and I'm just there sitting and you see like meow. I'm like for real, dude. I wanna like fucking kick her and shit.
Yeah. Fuck, man, it's a very risky situation. So I just implore you, try to hold it, and just when you get home,
or like just do it before you leave or something.
But that's what I'm saying. Like my body's on a schedule, so like if I leave earlier than that and I don't get a chance to, or like it doesn't materialize, it's not at that point of materialization yet. Like I'm screwed because it's gonna happen during the gigs. You know, I'll be like, you know, like.
Oh, and it sucks for us too, cause our instruments tienen panza, you know. Oh, so they're always like pushing into your gut.
You're like, and it's harder for us to take a break because I mean, there's only one guitarra and one vihuela.
But I mean, we have Arturo.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like it's harder for us to go because then like we as a violin you could just be like, well, mier, and then you just leave because there's 3 other guys there, you know. So it's whatever. But yeah, just
get it here, bro.
Let's get into Charro chat, dude.
We're doing it.
Yeah, we have to.
Damn.
We got on that tangent with fighting and shitting and.
Tuvo buena la plática.
Está bueno, güey. This episode is sponsored by nobody.
Mariachi Allende.
Mariachi Allende, Burritos Locos.
He's like, what?
Charro chat. Let's see what you kids and people wrote to us. At Gallo Martinez Any special guests or invites in any upcoming episodes? Yeah, we do.
Me. You're gonna hear all about my life.
We got a couple that we have not planned. We have some planned, I guess, and we more like confirmations from people, and they're ready to. They're pretty much ready to do it. So we just got to find a time to do it. But yeah, just stay tuned. I mean, shit, it could be Barack Obama or something. I don't know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's like CharroBeans. I love them. They're the best.
I'm like, hey, so about those papers, dude. Smell paro, güey.
Andale, por favor. Okay, at Rudy Edson says, if you could join Vargas or Sol de Mexico, would you? Question mark.
I would join Vargas.
Same.
Just because, I don't know, they're like longtime idols, you know?
I think no matter what position you are,
it also looks funny. I don't know.
I think like whatever position you are, like in life, if you're a mariachi, obviously, like Vargas is top tier. Like,
yeah,
like it's the most recognized group. Like it's literally been around for like over 100 years. Like I think it's more like a bucket list thing. Like just to be on it, play down there. You'd have to move to Mexico.
Yeah,
but like I think it would be cool to like stay there and play there and gig with them. And then you already know the set list. They always play the same shit.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, yeah. Like,
they've changed it up.
Yo, yeah, but I'm saying, like,
years.
it's fairly similar. Like,
there was a time where, like, you already know what they're going to play. Like,
Pastor, and Electro.
Like, dude, it's great, but.
Yeah.
Please.
Like, just switch it up a little bit. Yeah. But, no, but I think I would say Vargas. Just because, nothing against Sol, but it's just.
I also like the name a lot more. I don't know.
Like, Vargas de Tecalitlan.
Yeah.
It just sounds more legit.
I guess. I don't know. Like, well, I guess I'm biased because, like I said, it's like the first group you hear of when you start doing Mariachi.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So that name kind of sticks with you. And, like, you know it's son la mera mata, you know?
Right.
So it's like when you hear it, you're just like, ooh.
Sorry, that's because I locked it. No, but yeah, I know. I know what you mean. Like, yeah, just I think I would say Vargas because you could just say like for me, I would be like. El vihuelista de Vargas de Tecalitlan, like that's a big deal. Like
especially because you know who was like, whose shoes you're filling in.
Yeah, you're filling in for Pato, bro. You can't really see him, but he's up there. Nobody's asked me yet, but that's a poster. I got it signed. It's a program. I got that like fucking 10 years ago now. It was a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Vargas.
Yeah.
I like Vargas. Underscore Diego 1822 underscore. I don't know. He says, how do you make 1,000 a week in La Maroma, please?
You gotta put out, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like when we said that you can make $1,000, it's not easy. Like a week, you know, you literally have to be on that shit.
Yeah.
Like
people have to know you. You have to do a good job so I can call you back. You know.
Yeah, like
shit. You have to sing.
Yeah, like obviously if you're that, like you bring a lot to the table. So a lot of people are calling you because they know you sing good, they play good, you know a lot of rep. Like if they're not gonna call you constantly if you know you're like I can play vihuela but I don't know any songs.
Yeah, it's possible, but I personally don't do it because it's a hassle, dude.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
Like a lot of groups are located in different places, so you're also like even if you make 1K, it's not gonna be 1K because you have to waste on gas. You're probably gonna have to buy food because you're playing so much.
And you're going to be driving a lot. Yeah. So, like I said, you can make that much, but you got to work your ass off. And that's every day of the week. So
yeah, it's not easy. Like, you're not giving your I guess, depending on what instrument you play, you're not giving them a chance to rest.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. That guy plays trumpet, so, like, your lips are going to be, like, fucked up for a little bit. Yeah.
So, and I think that's why we like this group a lot. Like I said, we're on a set schedule. We know what days we're going to play. And then Saturdays is, like, the only day we know we're probably not going to be able to do like anything in our personal life. Like we're just gonna be unavailable that day.
Pretty much.
But I like it because it doesn't burn me out. Like I play and I do the days that I do and then I'm good. You know.
Mm-hmm. You don't play. You don't work too much, but you don't work.
You don't work too much.
Bit. Yeah, you don't work too much and you don't work a little bit. I don't
know. At that guy Myrick says he always asks a question. That's cool, man. What day is it okay to take gigs with other groups if you have nothing on the calendar with your group?
Any day.
Yeah.
If your group isn't doing anything, you can. I mean, you're not. They're not your husband or
yeah,
wife, you know.
and this is
They
why
don't own you.
that's why I say we have a good boss, because I have heard of people like that are like, the boss is like, no, like, you play for us and exclusively, like,
Yeah.
it's like, but if we don't have anything, like, I'm gonna look for work.
Yeah.
Like I back when before I was with Allende, and I think he already knew me, but I think he had someone else playing vihuela and guitar and stuff, so really they didn't need me, you know. So I just went out there and put myself out there, you know. Like I obviously, like, you have to look for it or whatever, right?
Yeah, sure, your choice. But me personally, like, I'm, especially in my spot, cause like I guess an example is like on Friday, like they call me for another gig, you know.
And it's because you play harp,
yeah,
too.
and that was funny too, cause the guy called me, he's like, hey, we have a gig from this hour to this hour. I'm like, yeah, I can make it. We don't have anything.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I hang up, Arturo's like, hey, we have gig that same hour. I'm like, fuck.
God damn it.
Yeah, but it wasn't for sure. He told us he told us it wasn't for sure.
Yeah, he said.
So I was like, oh, well, let me know to cancel these guys.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm ride or die for my squad.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So obviously you put priority on your group. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna go back on your group and be like, oh, well, these guys asked me. Like for that example, we had 1 hour, but the other people had asked you for 2.
right.
Obviously, you would have made more money at the other gig, but this is your group, so you feel compelled to go to that one.
It's ride or die, bro.
Yeah, it's ride or die.
Gang,
you know what I'm saying? Gang, gang. So I mean, I think it should always be okay. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not occupied and it doesn't interfere with the other group, like, just take the
Yeah, at
gig.
the same time, they don't own you. You know, like you're your own person.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if people feel like that, but they really shouldn't, because like, at the end of the day, you're using your talent to make money. Okay, so you put yourself out there. You're your own boss.
Yeah,
So really, you should be able to, like, if I had nothing, dude, I'm gonna look for something if I need the cash.
pretty much.
So I don't know. That, do what you will with that. At Go10-157 says, how do y'all prepare for a gig? I don't.
Like, how do we get like dressed up for a gig, or how do we?
I think he
ready
means
to
like
warm up?
exercises, warm ups.
Nah, man, we barely make it on time. You want
Yeah.
us to warm up?
I already have
Shit.
trouble getting there, like, with all my, I already told y'all, with my traje and my vihuela, make sure everything's there. No, man, I think I was telling you, like, when I was younger, I would do like little stretches for my hand and stuff like that, and I'd pop my fingers. I still do that, like, before the gig sometimes. If I feel tense, I'll just pop all my fingers, all my knuckles, which is probably bad. I don't give a fuck. But it kind of loosens my hand a little bit. But really, I don't get loose until like 20, 30 minutes into the gig.
Yeah.
Like, really, like.
I mean, for me, like, I'm not a bass player, you know? I'm
Yeah.
not anything, to be honest. But the only thing I do is I tune up my bass, and I kind of try to remember the fingering,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where, like, the notes are, and that's pretty much it. And then start playing.
Yeah.
That's why I play out of tune. Don't judge me.
That's funny. No, I mean, I'm sure you could do that, like, do exercises before you
Yeah.
go play. But I mean, it's all on you. I mean, I say that not to discourage you from not doing, like, preparing for
You
gigs.
just asked what we do, and that's what we do.
Yeah, like, that's just what we do. Like, we try our best to get to the gig and do our best, you know.
Yeah.
But we've been doing this for a while, and not to say you get lazier with time or anything like that, but you do, like, in a sense, you grow up a little bit. And you're like, oh, well, I have time for this, I have time for that. Like, I just become too busy. Like, really, that's why I don't even practice anymore. Like, I got to where I am, like, on vihuela, and I kind of like where I'm at. I don't really care about getting any better or any worse. Well, I guess I don't want to get worse, but I mean, better wise, like, I think I've peaked. So at this point, it's just like, I show up, and then I get warmed up during the gig,
yeah.
and then we're good to go after that. But in the beginning, I'm always like, I'll do it to you. I'll be like, I'm just like,
Oh,
fucking.
At first, they creep me out because he put his arm behind my back and like
Yeah.
stretches. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
I grab him from his back, and I just, like, stretch.
I'm like, what are we doing?
You're
What
like,
are- I'm
so
like,
what are we?
Yeah, I'm like, what are we? I'm
I'm
like,
like-
Susie, you my place.
With some water after. Ooh.
I got this double meat. Oh no, sorry, I thought we were still joking.
Triple.
Oh shit.
La chinga. Hey, underscore Mayo05 says, if you had a chance to work with any top mariachi group, who would it be and why? That's a good
Any
question.
top mariachi group?
Yeah, I guess, like,
go.
Big dogs.
I could think about mine.
You gotta think about it?
Yeah.
Well, I think Vargas is always on my radar. Like, just to be in Vargas, just to say you were in Vargas, part of that tradition, and just to be like, yeah, I was Vihuelista de Vargas. I think that'd be cool. But I think realistically, and say I lived in Mexico, you know, like I was full on in Mexico,
Yeah.
I'd probably play for Nuevo Tecalizlan.
I was thinking of that guy. I like him because they've said it themselves. They're like, we like this group a lot because our director gives us a lot of artistic
liberties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're like that group is very themselves because of each member what they do. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like when they have a solo or something, like the trumpet kind of like does their own thing. Like they themselves made it. It wasn't written out for them. It's what they felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's kind of like a fusion of it. Yeah.
And I'm like, I like that. Cool.
I like that. Yeah, I think I've always liked Nuevo when they really started like emerging, or not to say they haven't been around, but I think everybody started to get really into them because they were the ones putting out like CDs and stuff like that. Because obviously other groups were putting them out too, but I feel like it was around the time like No Wapango came out.
That was like 2012.
Yeah, and like that's when I like really got into them. Like I hadn't really like known too much about them. But that's my fault. I was a kid, you know. So, but then I started like actually listen to their shit. I'm like, these guys are fucking good, you know. Like they sounded chingon, you know. And I think, and not to put any other groups down, but it's like you said, it's almost like a fusion of things because the trumpets had their sound, and then the vihuela has like I like Roberto's vihuela playing because it's just constant. Like it's always there, constant. Like it doesn't do too much, but it's just like there. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. And then Jarocho, like...
he's always fucking around.
Oh, he's not there anymore, right? Or whatever?
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Well, Jarocho on harp, I remember, like, watching him in concert, and I was just thinking, like, I didn't know you could do so much, like, on a harp. Because I was still young. But I was just like, wow. Like, that really did, like, amaze me. I was just like, man, that's chingon, dude. Like, as a kid, that shit inspired me or whatever. Yeah, I had that, too.
And then we talked to the guys that are pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's funny because that Mariachi parody... The one I did about them, like dancing at the party, acting like a fool, that like got me like, oh, they're cool, dude. You can tell like they're just cool guys, you know, fucking around at the gig, like that's what we do, you know. So,
and I don't want to offend them or anything, but they're so tiny, dude.
You told me that a lot of them were small, so I fit in perfectly. You know, you could just you can put me anywhere, and I'm like, yeah, I'm one of them.
Like they look so big on stage or like in posters and like CD posters. Yeah. That guy has to be at least like 5'10",
fucking 6'11",
and then you're like, "Mucho gusto," you know.
Hola, cómo está?
Yeah. Hola. I'm like, "How you doing down there, bro?" No, but they're cool guys. But it is different when you meet them.
Yeah. No, I think that would be the group I played for. Just because, like I said, I'd probably be living in Mexico. I'd probably have like a wife and kid over there or something already.
Kids,
you know, kids. Yeah, a dog on the roof kind of shit. Yeah. But yeah, like I think I'd play for Nuevo. It's just they have this kind of sound that I really like. It just sounds super fucking tight. I don't know. It just sounds good. I think that's what I'd go with. No Tecalizlan. They sound legit.
All right, next.
Last question. Well, it's not really a question. It's at Yasmin Salas 97. So Sammy had that guy on the floor, right?
Oh, dude. That was funny because I thought she was doing Oh, because she was Mariela's friend.
Yeah, she was the one that...
Shout out to Mariela and Yaira, you know? Mm-hmm. And that was funny because she said that. I was walking up to you guys. You guys were doing like... it was after the whole fight thing.
The whole fight night?
And apparently you said you're going to sit on them.
Oh, yeah. Because I was fucking around at that point. Like I was trying to make sure that they weren't thinking I was too serious. Like I wasn't going to... fuck this guy up or anything. So I was just like, man, fuck that motherfucker.
You said it. And then she repeated it. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? like, why are you, like, doing a fat joke, like, on Sam, you know? No. And I'm like, that's fucked up. And then she's like, nah, I'm kidding, whatever. I'm like, but that threw me off. I was like, damn,
it's because I was just like, hey, I'm going to.
Savage.
It's like, I'll sit on that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Fucking have him on the ground.
You're going to sit on his face?
Oh, shit. Just like that? Give him a reward for fighting with us?
He's just damn. No, but that was funny. Man.
Yeah, nah, we weren't gonna do nothing to that guy unless he swung.
I was.
Then we would have been full on the people's elbow, fucking The Rock, Stone Cold Stunner, all that shit.
I was ready to like if I run well away, and I don't know where that's from, but it's that video where like you see like a guy flying and he's just like, you know what I mean? He's like going like elbow
WWE?
first. Is that from?
Shawn Michaels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to do the elbow drop.
Yeah, that was me, dude. I was like,
you're ready. You were on top of the table, ready to go. Ready to go. You're just like.
Even though I would struggle because we're in fucking traje. Can you imagine fighting on a traje? Dude?
I didn't think of that until after.
Yeah.
Like, because I pulled up on him and I was like, my traje is too tight for me to be moving too fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So after, like, once it started separating, I was like, I gotta take my jacket off just in case, you know. I was like,
that's what I did. I was like,
yeah, because my traje has restricted movement. I'd be like, hey, and I'm like, oh fuck, hey,
right?
You know,
you're just there like,
yeah, like ready to go. He's like, get over here so I can whoop your ass.
So, can you move a little bit to the right,
please? Yeah, good time, but yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I think we're out of time.
Yeah. Oh, are we?
I think, yeah.
Did we go over?
A little bit, but we're all good.
Well, thank you guys for listening and watching and listening.
Yeah, this was a good episode. I think we had a lot of laughs, a lot of cries, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
We cried. We talked about defecating.
That's true. Damn, now everybody's gonna know that I take shit.
Well, now everybody knows we pee on the van, bro.
Oh well, it had to be said. We're trying to be as transparent here. We don't.
That's funny when like a girl helps us out, cause or you see it like
we can't pee.
like I'm not gonna say who, but like there's an older guy in the group that whenever there's a girl, he's like, "Tamay," like
because he can't pee.
Yeah, he's like, "Can't whip it out, bro."
Yeah, dude. We gotta be respectful. Like we had girls come out and we can't pee, dude. So we're just like
we don't want to make her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
so we're
like we're straight up pulling out our wangs outside the van. So like you don't want to be that guy, you know.
Yeah.
So to be respectful, we don't pee, you know.
Yeah,
but
that's why nobody knows until someone fucked it up.
It's okay. No pasa nada. Like I said, we're trying to be as transparent here. We're not bullshitting with you. This is the one and only CharroBeans, where we talk about everything and everything. And
yeah. Thank you guys for
listening.
we appreciate
tuning in and follow us, CharroBeans Podcast. Rate us, like us, subscribe, all that good shit. And I think we'll see you later.
Yes, sir.
I guess peace.
Yeah.
Peace
see
out,
you
guys.
Next week.
CharroBeans out.
Bye. Like bye. There always has to be that awkward vibe, bro.
I quit. All right.